guys like getting your hair cut? Yeah? Hey everyone, it's Nancy with Real Mom Real Solutions. So we are back today doing a video on how to cut hair. So on my last video I did on how we support a large family, and one of the comments that I made was I cut my own kids' hair so I don't have the big salon expense every single month. I have 7 boys plus my husband, so I have 8 boys hair that I am cutting every single month. So I do get quite a bit of practice. The first person whose hair I've ever cut was actually my husband's, and he surprisingly actually dared to let me attempt it on him, being the guinea pig. So he originally planned on waiting until we had a few boys and me practicing on them, but my first 2 kids were girls, and my husband had gotten impatient by then, and he was sick of going and getting his hair cut. His mom actually cut his hair before that, and she did a great job, and he liked the way she cut it and everything, but he wanted the convenience of being able to just have me cut it whenever he wanted, right then, right there. So one day he said, you know what, I don't care, just go ahead and try it. So that was my first attempt, was on him, and it turned out, yeah, okay, I guess. He let me try again, I'll put it that way. So it wasn't too terrible, but it definitely, I had a lot to learn. I didn't know how to do it, how to blend everything really well, and anyway, it took a lot of practice. So over the years, I've learned little techniques, little tricks and things, but I'm definitely by no means a professional. So not saying you should take my advice, but go for it if you want to. Okay, so I use a wall clipper to cut all my boys' hair, and the 3 different attachments that I use a number 3, a number 2, and a number 1. And then I use scissors and a comb, and then a cape. Okay, so this is the kid that I'm going to show you the detail on how to cut his hair, and then I will just go quickly through all of them. So I start with the number 3, and then I'm going to trim the whole bottom half of his hair using the number 3 trimmer. And I come up about that high above the ear, pretty much all the way around his head with the number 3. Okay, after I've gone all the way around with the number 3, I take the number 2 and I go about halfway back up that same, but it's not like a perfectly straight line. I want to blend the number 2 into the number 3. So when I go around the ear, I don't just go flat against the head, I actually kind of tilt it like this so that it just trims the edge and kind of blends it into the rest instead of cutting the whole thing a number 2 length. So you just kind of go around the ear like that, and then you do that throughout the whole head, where you start at the bottom next to the head, but then you kind of fade or blend it out so that it's not a dead cut off. And then again, now I switch to the number 1, and I do the same thing with the number 1, just a little bit lower still. Okay, and then I take off all attachments, and I trim just the neckline straight across on the back. Okay, now I'm going to taper so that and blend the top into the bottom. So I go all the way around his head. So we'll start with the back since you're viewing the back. And you just cut it at an angle so that it blends the short all the way up to the longer hair, and you just do that all the way around his head. move up into the middle. And I blend it in with the same length that is on the side from tapering the sides. Now, to make sure that it doesn't have a choppy look anywhere, you should be able to comb the hair up, and it should be a smooth line no matter which way you're holding the hair, whether you're holding it sideways or this way or at an angle. However you're holding it, it should be a smooth line or straight line and not all jaggedy. If it's jaggedy, then it's going to lay really weird and look choppy. So that's what you're looking for. Okay.
I got a camera.
Wow, handsome, handsome.
Hi.
I forgot to mention on my last kid that I explained everything on. If you use one of the shorter attachments and go around the ear and you do press all the way against the head, it will white wall them and make it really short right around the ear, and it'll actually look really stupid. So be careful not to do that, that you go at an angle so that it just blends it in and just trims it closer to the ear, but it doesn't actually white wall them. Anyway, so just make sure that you don't do that. And then if you make sure that you, when you lift the hair up, that it's even and straight across everywhere like I was saying, then it should, when you're all done, it should be pretty even everywhere. And it shouldn't be like longer in some spots and shorter in some spots. Okay, so now I always have my kids take a bath right after I cut their hair because it gets little hairs all over them and they itch like crazy. But we'll comb his hair real quick just to show you the after look of how his hair looks. So there's his hair, all cut and handsome as ever. Yes, you can take it off. You're ready to go take a bath?
So itchy.
Do you guys like getting your hair cut? Yeah? All right. Okay. Okay, you guys are done. Bye-bye. Yep, he sure did. I also cut my girls' hair, but my younger girls is, I usually just kind of do quick trim straight across on the bottom. Nothing really fancy. You know, if they want bangs, I'll cut bangs or whatever. But for my older girls, then I do a little bit of layers, just the long layers toward the bottom. I'm no professional whatsoever. Kind of just as I gotten my hair cut, then I kind of pay attention to what they're doing a little bit and attempt to do it at home. I have always offered my older girls, we can go to the salon or I can cut it now, and usually they're actually okay with me cutting it. And luckily with girls' hair, you don't have to cut it very often. I did want to mention, some people have requested like some Q&As and telling more about myself and my family and stuff. I did have a young lady from Parenting Pictures call me and asked to do an interview. So I did an interview with her and she just posted it the other day. So I did put a link to that. If any of you kind of want to get to know me a little bit more, you can check that out if you're interested. She actually does real good on her videos, so check out her other videos. Okay, I know that I've mentioned that I will be doing a video on diet and nutrition. It's taken me a bit to get it out. Some of the videos take a little more time, and especially that one, I'm trying to make it clear and easy for people to understand. And it's taken me a little bit of time to do it, and especially because I work full-time and have a million kids, and so I'm very busy. But we will be getting that out here shortly, so keep an eye out for it. Around Mother's Day, I'm going to be posting a video on how we do our manage our chores and our jobs around the house, and how we you know, kind of keep track of who does their jobs and what their jobs are and how we rotate jobs and anyway, things like that. So stay tuned for that. Thank you for your patience. I know it takes me a bit to get some videos out there. We're going to work on getting them out there faster, but I guess that's part of being a busy mom. Yeah, sometimes just can't get everything done that you hope to. So that's it for this video. If you haven't already done so, please like and subscribe. Thanks for sticking with me, and thank you for watching.